Oh, I was saying, imagine having him have a bunch of Master Balls.
That would kind of ruin the point of Pokemon.
It would, but it would be hilarious. He'd be like, "Yes, I've caught everything. Fuck you, Gary."
I think I looked at it, and Ash has only caught like 16% of all Pokemon or something like stupid like that.
He hasn't even won any tournaments, really.
I think that's one of the reasons they dropped the "Gotta catch 'em all" like slogan.
Well, I think they dropped it because, well, there's a fuck ton of Pokemon now. It's just not 150 anymore. It's kind of...
It's 600 something.
There'd be so many in his PC.
Yeah. I think they just realized that "Gotta catch 'em all" is just... It's ridiculous because it's just not even likely anymore. And Ash went through... He didn't even catch any cool Pokemon.
No, he didn't. He doesn't even go after the legendaries. No one does.
Yeah. You think...
Oh, okay, there are a couple people who go after them, but they never actually get them.
In the anime, there's a guy who uses a Darkrai on his team.
Really?
Yeah, he actually uses a Darkrai.
That's fucking awesome.
I know, he's badass. And I watched it in Japanese. I haven't watched it in English because I just haven't gotten around to it. But, like, he uses Dark Void and then, like, Dream Eater, and he just, like, Darkrai just, like, slowly turns into shadow and just walks right through them. Like, that is badass.
I actually watched the movie with Darkrai in it. I felt so sad for him.
That's probably, I would honestly say, my favorite of all the Pokemon movies.
I was like, oh, poor guy.
Because, yeah, in the movie, they're like, Darkrai, he's a badass. And then you're like, oh, he's got emotions too, so he's an emotional badass. Well, he's a cool badass.
Pretty much dies for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, damn, son.
Damn, son, you alright.
We got a badass over here.
Not even sarcastically, he is a badass.
He is a badass, indeed.
I think Darkrai's probably got one of my favorite Pokemon designs.
Yeah, he's really cool.
He the pimp is Mac Daddy.
I also saw the one with, what was it, Zorora?
That's the one I haven't seen yet. I saw the ones with the... What are the legendaries from the 5th generation? Or...
I'm not sure.
The electric one and the fire one. The black and white ones. Those two.
Oh, Reshiram and Zekrom.
Yeah, I can never remember it. I saw that one.
Ah, okay. I haven't seen that one yet.
It actually splits. There's 2 different movies for each different legendary.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the only difference is that in one, there's a Golurk which is shiny, and in the other one there's another Pokemon that's shiny instead of the Golurk.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Reshiram and Zekrom are the focus of each one, and I think they changed a couple words around. It's pretty much like if you bought black and white, the differences between those two.
Oh, I see.
They're slight, but not enough to warrant making 2 different movies, in my opinion at least.
So is it like you see either Reshiram or Zekrom's point of view?
No, it's all from Ash's perspective, or like the narrative of all the Pokemon games. It's not from any of their point of view. This just changes the legendary in the end, I think.
Oh, well, that's kind of lame.
I know, I thought it was a little lame too. It actually starts off because they walk, at the beginning, they walk on either a left or a right path, and depending on which movie you picked, they have to walk left or right.
Oh, wow.
And really, that's the biggest difference I noticed.
That's thrilling.
I didn't watch both movies. I watched one of them, and then I read the differences between the two. And they were... I was a little disappointed, honestly.
I'd be disappointed too. Why would you make 2 What's the point?
I don't know. Just prove that there's 2 different legendaries.
Ooh.
They did have a whole trilogy going on with, like, with Dialga and Palkia.
Yeah.
Like, it started off with the Darkrai thing, and then moved to their fighting affected Giratina, and that pissed him off, and then they're like, Now you guys are just pissing God off.
Yeah.
Then Arceus gets his down. He's like, "What's the shit going on down here?"
Arceus is just like, fuck boys, didn't I tell you to get along?
Can't none of you gets along ever?
No cookies for you tonight. There's actually a movie about Arceus where he was just a whiny bitch.
Really?
I swear, he was just like, I want my stone you stole from me! Ah, I'm gonna destroy the world!
He is kind of a whiny bitch, but you know, I'm pretty sure he warns it, like, he did create everything, so.
Well, yeah.
I kind of imagine, like, Arceus, he's gonna, like, I want my stone! Ash, and he's like, yeah, Ash, like, yeah, you'll get your stone. And then Ash walks away, it's like, yeah, just create everything, thinks you can control us or something. Just says something, like, really belittling underneath his breath. And Arceus is like, what did you say? He's like, nothing. I swear.
And then Mew walks in, I was here first, bitch.
First he's...
Poor Mew.
Yeah.
I was God before you were.
I think they kind of pointed to Mew being, like, the initial, like, the first Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of evolved into every other Pokemon.
Pretty much.
Which makes me wonder where Ditto came from. Like, if Mew evolved, like, all Mews just kind of evolved into every different Pokemon, one just decided to become an amorphous blob.
I kinda heard something where, I think someone tried to clone Mew, and Ditto is what came out of it. Like, it didn't stay together, which is why it can turn into all the other Pokemon.
That kind of makes sense.
And I was like, that's kind of cool.
So it's like a failed Mewtwo, and its cells were just really unstable or something.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a cool explanation.
Yeah, I was like, I can deal with that. I don't know if it's true, but I can deal with it.
It sounds cool.
Yeah. Like, it actually kind of gives him some sort of purpose.
One Pokemon that kind of confused me is Porygon. I love Porygon and its evolutions because they're so cool. But what confuses me is it's a program, but it still has a body. Like, you could use it outside of battle, which means it's got a physical body.
Mm-hmm.
So the confusing part is how you made it with the digital program, and then it became its own thing. Just a little. It's a little confusing, I found out.
It's kind of creepy in a way, actually. Does that mean he, like, jumped out of the computer? What happened there?
What I'm thinking is that this is my explanation for it. Because I wanted to come up with something that kind of explained it. I think what they did is they had the software and they created Porygon, and they just created Porygon. But they created, like, a physical body, and then they downloaded Porygon into that body.
Okay.
So, like, they artificially made the body and put its programming into that, so it's got, like, a semi-artificial body or something like that. I thought that kind of explained it, so that's kind of an explanation. It's not necessarily a good one, because you could work in how it evolves, but it's a weak one, but I thought it was okay.
It's not a bad theory.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
I've seen worse.
It's the internet, of course there's worse.
The internet exists to make things much, much worse for everyone involved.
You thought you were safe? You were wrong. Dead wrong. Oh shit! I hate this. I'm down to a couple Pokemon, and nothing I can do is gonna beat this guy's Machamp easily. Oh god.
Well, he's weak to flying, so I could use Farfetch, but he has Rock Slide, and that just kills Farfetch, because Farfetch's stats are for shit.
Far-fetched. Thinks he can destroy the world by carrying around celery.
never diss celery. Have you been hit with celery?
Yes, I have.
I was gonna assume you're gonna say no, but
I have been hit with celery.
it's not too shocking.
And I just realized it's not celery, it's onion. Oops.
Yeah, it is a green onion. Celery, they look the same though. North Americans, we don't know nothing about our veggies.
Fuck them veggies.